Hello and welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft Season 4 server. In today's episode, it is episode 22? Is it? I'm going to check my plan. Yes, I was right. I've checked my plan. It is episode 22. Welcome back to the OmathaCraft server. In today's episode, we are going to be working on the minigame, which we started in the last episode. So in the last episode, we built up this massive tower. Now, this was quite a big project to build up, but today we've got a lot of work to do because obviously this is just the outer shell and kind of a rough layout for what is going to be going on inside of this tower. So that's what we're going to try and do today. I'm going to break that tall grass there and we're going to head inside. So inside the build, me and Pi spent about an hour or so working out what is going to be going inside of the tower. And we also put in all of the floors. So as we can see, there's actually a ceiling on this. We can now no longer look right up to the top. And I'm just going to walk you through what needs to be done inside of this tower. Now, by no means are we going to be finishing this in today's episode. There is a lot to do, and I just want to work on some of the bigger projects. So let's jump around into first person once again. So over here, we are going to have our armory. Over here, you're going to be able to get up into your gear. So iron gear is what we're going to be using for this. You're going to be able to get your tools. Stand over here, you're going to be able to get your arrows maybe, some food or something along those lines. Then over in this room over here, we're going to have a bunker and the respawn room. So where you're going to set your spawn, so when and if you die, you can respawn back in here and you're nice and safe, your gear will be safe and nothing will be damaged. Over here we're going to have a battlement entrance, so we're going to have this tunnel going underground. So you're going to go down here and then we're going to go along this tunnel right underneath the compound and up into the battlement. So this will be your way to get up onto the walls up there. So eventually we'll add some kind of staircase and do all the insides into this and obviously decorate this tunnel. And lastly, over here, we're going to have a secret tunnel. Not too sure where that's going to lead yet, but again, that's something we will be planning out. So that there is going to be our secret tunnel. Now, in the centre, we've got this sort of temporary staircase we've just put in. It's just this sort of small staircase. Obviously, a lot of decoration needs to be done. We're just working out sort of the basics of how things are going to work for the time being. So up on the first floor, just here, we will see that we have these different rooms called Door, Puzzle, Lock, East. Now this, if you manage to solve the puzzle which will be in that room, the east door will lock for a certain amount of time. So it's a nice simple concept. You have to solve the puzzles for the door to lock, and that will make your life easier, meaning mobs won't be able to get into the compound and you can stand on the walls to fight them. Over here, this was a room I only came up with just before we started this episode, but this here is a map room. Now, I'm thinking before you have to solve some of these puzzle locks, you have to find some things around the arena. Now, those things could be hidden wherever, and we can use the maps and the banner functionality in the map room to hide the different locations. We also have things like arrow activation, and if we head outside, we are going to have dispensers and things all along the walls, all the battlements along the edges here, which are going to shoot out arrows, which you can use to defend yourself with. Again, we're going to have a fire charge activation over here. Now, I think the fire charges we might use on the second layer up there, or we'll put the arrows on one layer and put the fire charges on the other layer, just to spread it out just a little bit. But using these areas, you're going to be able to fire fire charges and arrows to defend the tower. Okay, so up here, as you can see, what we have is we have a pressure plate down here. We have some sort of slime sticky stuff going on, but we'll take a look at that in just a second. When we stand on this pressure plate, you will see that the block gets swapped. We have a block swapper down here, which is actually a really quick and efficient design. It works really quickly, and I can actually, if I just walk around here, you'll be able to see all of the redstone which goes into this. It is very, very simple. It's a nice little block swapper, which means all we have to do is we can walk right over the pressure plate just like that, and then the bubble stream gets set up, and as we can see, we get shot right to the top, and then again we can stand on that pressure plate, which sends a signal down through those slime blocks, which we see just there. We get pushed the whole way down by the magma blocks, and then we can just walk out. So that is going to be our elevator up to the top control room. Now, I'm thinking about... No, we don't want that. I want to actually get up there. Thank you. So up at this control room, I think up here, this is mostly just going to be a lookout tower. So you're going to be able to stand up here, look around the area, see where the mobs are going to be spawning in, and then from there you can decide how you're going to arm your defenses, where you're going to put people. So you can have basically a guy in control up here. You can have someone who's going to be calling all the shots, and they're fairly protected up here, as nothing should really be able to get up here, maybe apart from Vexes. So that is a walkthrough of the tower, and what we are going to be doing in today's episode is working on a few of these rooms. Now, starting down here, as you can see, I've begun to work on the armory, which, as we can see, we have these auto armor equippers. So in here we'd have helmet, shield, sword, maybe a bow and things like that. You'll be able to walk in here, press the button, you're automatically equipped and you're sorted and ready to go. Over here we have these automatic item dispensers. What we're going to do is in there we're going to put 25 rockets, and when we walk on to the pressure plate you will see that these are getting, this is a dropper, sorry, these are getting automatically shot out at us. So in here we'll have loads and loads of arrows and probably link that up at the back as well. And I'd like to show you how this circuit works. So what we'll do is we'll just do a little bit of digging up just around here, just so you can take a look how this simple circuit works. So what we have here is an observer facing upwards, and there an observer facing downwards. So when we stand on the pressure plate, the piston gets moved across. The observers are now facing one another, meaning a pulse is being repetitively sent up and down, which is activating the redstone dust just there, which powers the block, which powers the dropper. Really nice simple circuit just there, but that works just like a treat. So the aim of today's episode is to get the groundworks in place. Similarly, like the last episode, we're not going to be working on the exact details and the decoration because I have a lot of ideas for actually decorating this place. I want this to look really, really good and you to really be able to immerse yourself into this game. So as with the last episode, we won't be focusing on decoration. We want the functionality in place first and then we'll work from there. So in today's episode, I think the next thing I'd like to do is probably head up and work on the map room. The map room is going to be going just here. So we're going to be able to sort of divert a big space, probably coming out the whole way sort of around here-ish, the whole way down to this line just here, and we've got a big space to work with, make a big table, a lot of maps on them, and sort of detailed plans, and actually thinking about it, we can put a bit of decoration into this, so let's jump straight into it. Okay, so for the map room, I need some resources, so I'm heading out to Dragon's Guardian Farm, which I don't think I've showed off on camera before. Now, I did some work with Dragon, and I helped him out build the storage system. In return, I got free access to this farm. So what we're going to do is we're going to head down to this massive storage system which I built up, and we are just going to craft up a whole bunch of sea lanterns which we need for this project. Now I believe you need, is it 5 stacks of this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need another 4 stacks of these, of the shards. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. As you can see, they're still flowing in as this farm works. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft up a whole bunch of sea lanterns. Once we've got that, I'm going to show you off the design for this map room. It's looking pretty cool. I'm just dropping by Cree's supermarket because we need a bunch of leather necks. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 stacks, hopefully. I mean, that should be enough for what I'm thinking, but I think later in the project we might be needing even more bits and pieces. And one thing I am just thinking of, I think we need a portal over here. I am constantly flying backwards and forwards, and I just smashed my desk then, so hopefully you didn't hear that. I'm constantly flying backwards and forwards through here, but today we're going to take a look at what this map room's going to be. I was thinking, well, we could go something with a table with the map on top, but that's been done before. So I thought, you know what, let's go for a really futuristic room. So what I want to do is I want the main map to be in the middle here. So we'll have probably 4x4 area for the map going in the middle area just here. Then on these walls here, I think we'll just go for a blue. So we'll just get a map of the sea and we'll put loads of the maps of the sea up on here. And we're going to take out these torches as well. And it's going to look really, really cool. We'll put up some kind of door so you can't see outside. You walk in here and it's just this pure black. And you can look at the map like this. Really draws your attention into this. I think it's going to look really, really cool. So I'm going to get those items frame crafted up. And if we head down the front, you will see that I've actually set up parts of the map. I've got the first 3x3. This was earlier in the project, so as you can see, I mean, this is the most zoomed in as well, so it's going to be a fairly big scale map, but I think if we go above 4x4, so that's another sort of external perimeter just around that side there. And you know what, I'll probably do that side instead, or the bottom side, I don't know. I'll make my mind up at some point, but once we've done that, we'll set up the map room. We'll get some maps of the sea as well, because I think the blue will work quite well. It will just sort of focus the perimeter. I think this is going to look really cool. So I'm going to get these items frame crafted up, and you know what? I'm going to use a lot more sticks than that, I reckon. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh. Hello? Scared? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. They've just turned up. Look how much leather. I was just saying in chat. I was just getting loads and loads. I'm so scared. Oh dear. We bear gifts. Oh no, no. Oh dear. The puns. No. Oh wow. The skins on them. It's very, very Christmassy. I'm guessing Barry is preparing his Christmas skin and has managed to get Cal to wear one. I guess I'm Barry now. I almost hit my head against the desk there. Okay, so they want me to judge the skins, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into this third person, not third person, what is it? F1 mode, and take the UI off. And so one of them is made by Cal, one of them is made by Nintendo, and I've got to judge which I prefer. And I'm not. Oh, this is hard. I don't know who made who. So it's a bit tough. Now I like this one. I'm guessing this is a gingerbread one, just because of the colour of it, with the sort of fairy lights around it. And this one is obviously the snow bear one. So it's quite hard. But I think, this is difficult. I'm not sure. I love the simplicity of this. I love the sort of the polar bear, and that kind of really links in with Barry's name. But then this looks really, really more festive. Ooh. Right, I'm going to take off the F1 mode. I think I'm going to go with Cal's one. Okay, so I've just been out to the ocean, and what I've done is I've come out here and I managed to flatten some of the ocean bed so we have a completely blue map. As you can see, the map in my hand is 100% blue. There's no little specks on it because I've dug up a big area. And funnily enough, where I was digging up was a massive ocean sort of ruins area. There were loads of them, loads of drowns. So I got a few bits and pieces. I've chucked most of it out because it was mostly low rubbish. Unfortunately, didn't get any tridents, but I did kill a couple of trident guys. But I did manage to get a buried treasure map. So I thought, let's get a bit distracted and let's see if we can find this. Now, this is going to be, southeast from us? So hopefully if we head off in this direction, yep, there we go. Now, do we go down a bit? Here we go. Oh no, it's been raided. It's been raided, as we can see. Yeah, someone's definitely been here. Yeah, that's the suspicious diggings of someone who's been looking for a buried treasure, and that seems it must have been caught. So this is actually the north of the industrial district, just for a little bit of perspective. So this is where Afraid Fire is currently set up. I know he's got a lot of plans for this area, which I'm really excited to see what he comes around with. But let's head back to communal and let's duplicate this map a load and loads of times, and hopefully we can get our map wall completely done. Okay, so we are flying over to Omega. This is at JLR's Mega Shop, which will eventually sell everything. And this is the first time I have seen he's been doing decoration. There's building going around this. Wow, this place is gonna look so cool. What a compound. So I believe we're gonna be heading up to the main shop. We're not heading down to the warehouse. That's not really our area. But I believe we head up the staircase. This is the main shop, and this is my first time using it. That hasn't been sort of a dummy test run. So, where's first? Put 1 diamond into this barrel. Okay, it's gone. Okay. Then, take an item from this chest and put it in the dropper. Now, I want wool, so we're going to grab the wool and we're going to put it in the dropper. Finally, when you've placed 1 item in the dropper, press the button. Wait 10 seconds after this light goes off before ordering again. Now, I believe we're meant to be getting items, hopefully a stack of wool flowing into this chest. Let's hope so. Otherwise, I've been fully ripped off because I've been told to pay before I've ordered. I am quite offended. There we go, it's flowing through nice and quickly. As we can see, that's all flowing through. I'm just going to be nosy at these signs while we're here. If you do not get your full order, it could be because the item is out of stock, or the system or customer has done something wrong. If this happens, tell JLR and do not go. just don't go. Just never leave the shop. If something goes wrong, you are not allowed to leave. You're imprisoned here forever. I hope you enjoyed your experience at Omega. Into the red... Oh, I see. It goes down. That makes no sense. But anyway, do not go into the redstone under any circumstances. I probably will at some point to be nosy. But to be fair, I think I would like to get one more stack of wool anyway. So what we can do is we can put the wool back in there. And let's order another stack of wool. Oh, I need to pay as well. I might have broken the system. Hopefully I haven't broken the system. I hope I still get my my 64 wool. But I believe what we'll see is the items are meant to flow up there. I think. I can hear some faint clicking. I don't think the audio will pick it up, but I hear some faint clicking, and yes, there are items flowing through here. We haven't been fully ripped off just yet, which is really, really cool. Now, I do want to be nosy at the redstone. This is such a redstone mega build, and it is actually pretty epic. Now, I know he hasn't stocked everything. As we can see, he hasn't built up every single system just yet, which is pretty exciting, meaning he is planning on stocking more and more things. As we can see, he's got all these sort of blank spaces down here. If we come along, the last thing he stocked was stone. He has stocked stone. No, these seem to be item fillers, clearly. But he's selling magenta dye, all of those kind of bits and pieces, and that's actually pretty cool. It's a really cool system, and I have a bit of a plan, which I've been messing around with my testing wheel, funnily enough, just yesterday, for a redstone project, which we are going to be doing in the next, probably after in the new year, and I'm really excited about it. A big redstone project. Think about the bank project we did in Season 3. This is going to be bigger, better, and absolutely so much cooler. But anyways, let's head back to the build, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to grab some red dye. I want to dye this wool red, and once we've done that, I want to turn it all into carpets, because red wool is a colour of carpet I like to be using across this build. So I'm going to grab that, and hopefully we will need some more red dye. Oh no, we've got some there. Brilliant. There we go. So we're going to grab it like that, and then we're going to craft our carpets just like that. And the reason I have crafted up this red dye is because what I'd like to do is come up to this layer, and actually I will do it on the bottom layer as well. It was mostly, I'm just leaving it just due to the lack of carpet and the lack of lighting down there. But what I'd like to do is actually just add a red carpet running through this build, so it kind of directs people around this build. So we're going to have a red carpet running down the sides here. Now, as you can see, lighting hasn't been done up just yet, as in there is our map room, which I haven't fully showed off to you just yet. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute, but I thought I'd just show off this idea of what we're going to do with these red carpets. Okay, so I've done a little bit of carpeting up. I ran out of carpet. That was 2 stacks of wool already. It seems we do need to set up some kind of wool farm, because otherwise that's going to cost me a lot of diamonds. But yeah, let's head up to here. This is our entrance to our map room. For the time being, I will probably end up doing some work to it in the end, but we're going to go with this theme. We're going to keep it all stone, and we'll probably end up doing this with every single room, but then inside of the room, we'll have a completely different block palette, which is what we have done here, as you saw from that clip when Barry and Cal turned up. Now, the reason I was recording is because I was just recording in the background. I was just about to start recording about something else, and then they just turned up behind me. I was in complete shock. But anyways, let's head into the map room, and as you can see, if we head in, this is it complete. It looks so good. Now, one change I have made is there was this line of sea lanterns going right here, so the maps are at a diagonal. But the problem with that is they just didn't look right. There was sort of the borders added on the maps, and it just didn't feel right. So what we've done is we have removed that pillar and we've put it all back, so it's a bit more of a square shaped room. And in the future, I'd quite like to add some more, maybe we do some custom banners to this bit here, which I think will be pretty cool. That's quite interesting. Trident's knockoff item frames. Oh, I did not know that. I wonder if that could be any use for a minigame. So on the first hit, they knock out the item in the item frame, and on the second hit, they knock out the item frame itself. Quite interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe that could be used. If you can use that for some kind of minigame, let me know. I'd love to check it out. But anyways, this is our map room complete. And unfortunately, I have run out of time already for today's episode. The Christmas season is coming around, so I'm doing a lot of work on a lot of different exciting new projects. So keep your eyes open over the Christmas period. There's a lot of content coming out on the channel, and I'm very, very excited about all of it. So anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, as it really does help out the channel a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.